ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਆਫ ਦ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸ਼ੋ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕਰਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਸਵਕੂਰ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਦੇ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਦੇ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਐਮੈਰੀਟਸ ਹਨ। ਅੱਜ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਉਹ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਜ਼ਬੂਤ ਕਰਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਉੱਤੇ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਹੀ ਦੇਸ਼ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਦਾ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਸਵਕੂਰ ਜੀ ਦਾ। Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Harpreet.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having you here today.
Thank you very much.
So a little bit about yourself. Since when are you in Canada, and what all you have done here to promote relations between Canada and India?
I've been coming here since the last 22 years or so, regularly. I've done this trip about 60 times or so.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've been involved with the Canada-India bilateral trade since the last 25, 26 years.
Right.
Being the national president of the Indo-Canadian Business Chamber in India for a long time, and then on here as the president of the Canada-India Business Council, BC.
Right.
And having worked here for 3 years as the president, I am today the president emeritus since last January, 1st of January last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we talk about relationship between both the countries, it's a little different as compared to other countries, and especially when we compare China. Relations between India and Canada have not been, economically so strong. So what all efforts are being made by you, especially in your council, to make them better?
Our main duty is to, our focus is on bringing people together, promoting India in Canada and promoting Canada in India.
Right.
Bilateral means it's a two-way trade, two-way dialogue. And we always promote, knowing the sectors that are predominant in these two countries and the requirement of these two countries, we propagate and spread the word around.
Right.
And try and get people to meet together and see that some economic benefit is derived out of it.
Right.
For example, we have so many as a Canada-India Business Council, we have many events in BC on various matters concerning various sectors.
Right.
And the word is spread around. We make people aware that these sectors are available and the benefits, the cost benefit involved, and we do not go more into detail of getting the contract signed beyond that's up to each individual person from the sector that is offered. We also have conferences and forums once a year in India. For example, the next one is on the 17th and 18th in Bombay.
Okay.
It is the Canada-India Business Forum, where very many ministers from India would be participating.
Right.
It's Mr. Suresh Prabhu, who is the head of the Planning Commission today, and who is the main economic advisor to Prime Minister Modi, who would be one of the keynote speakers, along with Mr. Bradwell, Honorable Bradwell, who is the Premier of Saskatchewan. So they'll be meeting there on 17th evening, covering various sectors. There'll be panels on education, infrastructure, etc., etc., and that's how we promote Canada in India.
What impact is that having by having these delegations go over there and having conferences and people coming and attending those? With your experience, tell us what kind of influence is it having?
Every year, due to these conferences and making people aware and making a networking take place, several memorandums of understanding are signed, and many of them are converted into actual contracts and business. For example, the business between BC and India has gone up by about 30%, 35% in the last 1 year. So this is all due to the dialogue taking place in the BC-India business corridor. We call it a corridor because everything moves between India and Canada only.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how the business expands. The business is taking place between our two countries.
So Mr. Safkoor, if you could tell us what reasons do you think that India and Canada have not been able to come up to that level where they should have been? Were there some bottlenecks previously which are coming out? What is your experience?
I'll tell you. Canada was not keen to do business with India many years back.
Right.
And that was only because they were more or less tied down to US markets.
Right.
20 years back, when I used to come to Vancouver, to BC to do business and try to meet with people, some did not know where India was.
Okay.
Yeah, and many of them said, sorry, we would like to deal only with US, and
Right.
we are tied to them, and so on and so forth. So this was a very big reason why we are left behind, whereas other countries like Korea, Japan have just forged ahead and gone miles and miles ahead
Right.
of Canada or BC. You know, the business which was started between Canada and India about 30 years ago,
Right.
the first person to do something there was Mr. Thomas Bata
Okay.
from Ontario.
Right.
He set up the shoe business in India, which is a household name today.
Okay.
Everybody knows,
Bata.
just as you have Tim Hortons and Starbucks here, you have Bata shoe shops in India.
Right.
All over, thousands of them.
Oh, so he's a Canadian.
He's a Canadian.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir Thomas Bata.
Right.
A great big name.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And we had Bombardier next.
Right.
They also took steps. They came. They are so big. So the thing that India is a bad place to do business is a wrong notion which people have.
Right.
You know, the negative factors are present in every country. Not that it's very easy to do business here or anywhere else.
Right.
People are struggling even here to come and get things done. To get a visa is a problem.
Right.
To get a business visa is a problem.
Right.
People are rejected. Prominent businessmen are rejected. So there are many hurdles everywhere in each country which we have to overcome,
Right.
and we as a council try to overcome them, help them to get things done.
Right.
Now the other thing is there's no direct flight between
Right.
Canada and India.
Right.
That's a big disadvantage. It's a disadvantage more to Canada because the Indians here in Canada are so many,
Oh, yes.
or Indian diaspora, so
And
many.
everybody would love to go directly.
Everybody would go directly now. I am personally connected with an airline called Hansa Airlines.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard of it. You may have heard of it.
Right.
For starting direct flights from Abbotsford to Amritsar non-stop, 13 hours.
Wonderful.
Boeing 747-400
So when is it
carrying
going to
about
start?
410 passengers. We wanted to start in next July or so.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, India is aware, Indian government is aware, Punjab government is aware, Canadian government is aware, but there are certain regulations to be followed here
Right.
within the Ministry of Transportation itself. And once that is overcome, then I think it's ready to go.
Oh, that's
And
that's
three
going to
flights
be
a
a
week.
great news for
Yeah.
all the Indians
Yeah.
living over here.
For all the Indians living here in
Right.
Abbotsford, Surrey, Vancouver, and
Absolutely.
surrounding areas,
Absolutely.
it's good news. You just have to go directly to Amritsar.
Right.
And from there, there'll be special coaches or buses organized to go to different
Right.
cities.
So you are, I would say, a nodal hub, whereby you are interacting between the government and the businessmen. So let's talk a little bit about how the federal government is playing a role in promoting trade, and especially with the gateway which is opening up. How that is having an impact. We'll have your answers after this short break.
Thank
We'll
you.
come after this
Thank
short break. ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਸਰਕੂਰ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਬੜੇ ਲੰਮੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਬਟ ਫਾਈਨਲੀ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 8 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਭਾਰਤ ਅਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਕਾਰ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੋਟਲਨੈਕਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਿਸਕਨਸੈਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਭਾਰਤ ਬਾਰੇ ਉਹ ਖਤਮ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ, ਅਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਨੋਡਲ ਹੱਬ ਬਣ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਅਤੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਲਿੰਕ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਆਓ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣ ਇਸ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ।
ਘਰ ਇੱਕ ਐਸੀ ਥਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਹਰ ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੀ ਨਿੱਜੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਪਲ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਜੀਵਨ ਬਤੀਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਦ ਕਿਸੇ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਜੇ ਹੋਏ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਬਦਲਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਨਵੇਂ ਘਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਰੇਮਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਤੱਕ, ਡ੍ਰੇਪਰੀ, ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਡੈਕੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਐਸੈਸਰੀਜ਼ ਤੱਕ, ਤੁਸੀਂ SK ਹੋਮ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੁਪਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਹਕੀਕਤ 'ਚ ਬਦਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰੋ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਕੌਰ 6048259295।
ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਸਵਕੂਰ ਜੀ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਹਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਦੇ। ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਿਸ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਯਤਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਅਤੇ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਟਰ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਬਿਟਵੀਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਐਂਡ ਇੰਡੀਆ, ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਵੀ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਆਓ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੇ ਕਿ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕੀ ਸਹਿਯੋਗ ਮਿਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਜਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਆਮ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਹੈ, ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਟਰ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਲੈ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। Ji, so Mr. Savkur, like you said that lot is being done, lot of misconceptions which existed are now just falling back. As far as the federal government is concerned, tell us a little bit how that is trying to promote relationship between India and Canada.
Well, the federal government has has been doing a lot to do bilateral business with India.
Right.
To give you an example, just recently, about a month ago, less than a month ago maybe, there were Honorable Minister John Bird,
Right.
Honorable Minister Ed Fast, and together with them, our very own Premier Christy Clark were all together in India. Big mission, you know,
Right.
big people. There was the whole of, like, it was like the whole of Canada descending on India
Right.
for trade and commerce and bilateral business, which is excellent. And the more important reason is the dynamism of the present Prime Minister and the government, which is attracting, and which we know and Canada knows will result in absolute good business, you know,
Right.
not just MOUs, but actual business taking place
Right.
in the BC India corridor. With the previous government, Indian government and the Canadian government, they tried to do a free trade agreement, which is
Right.
still pending, which I believe now will be fast tracked.
Right.
And if that is that goes through quickly, it's going to benefit both the countries tremendously.
Right.
You know, the trade is going to go up by leaps and bounds. Today's trade between us, two countries, is about 5 billion or so,
Right.
something like that. But with this, it's going to achieve much more, much more.
So you're satisfied with the government's functioning as to
Oh, yeah.
what they're trying to do to promote
Yeah,
relations? Right.
Canadian government is doing their best. Their policies for immigration, of course, keep on changing from time to time. So
Right.
some people don't know what's happening. But the intention is very good. The climate is very good.
Right.
The political climate is good, and that helps the business between two countries, and that will take place.
What about the Western Gateway project? What do you feel about this, and especially with this being focused, how will this further help between both the countries?
Well, business, the world is opening up.
Right.
It's opening up from all directions. Indians are everywhere, and they are brilliant businessmen. They are brilliant scholars, and they are everywhere, and they are going to, you know, help this message to spread all over the world.
Right.
And India is going to be a super world power in the next few years,
Right.
second to China. And our position is increasing year by year.
Right.
So expect a lot to happen with India.
So, Mr. Thakur, generally when these delegations go, big people go, but when it comes to the common masses, if they want to come and start doing business between both the countries, does your council help them, and can you be of assistance to them?
Yeah, we can be of assistance to them because majority and the bulk of the business is with the small business sector. Actually, if you go to see,
Right.
in Canada and well as in India, the bulk of the business comes from the small business sector. So we would greatly welcome exchange between the small business sectors in Canada as well as in India.
Right.
The only disadvantage is the cost factor. India is far away, there are costs of traveling and other overheads are there,
Right.
which if the governments help the small business sector in some way, I think that could also be a good factor
Right.
to increase the trade between the two countries.
And does your council meet here regularly, and do you take delegations if some businessmen are interested, and is there kind of some undertaking where you can help them?
Whenever business delegations come here, we try to host them
Okay.
and introduce them to the people here,
Right.
to the relevant sectors here. That has been quite a important task for us, and we do it regularly,
Right.
not only here in BC but also in Toronto where our headquarters are.
Okay.
The ministers from India, they usually come directly to Toronto, but they don't come to BC because again it's far away.
Right.
And they cannot stay away from the country for long. There are very few people who come ministers who come directly into Vancouver and then they go back.
Right.
Yeah, but that's very few. We try our best to get them across from Toronto to here, and in a few cases we are successful.
Right.
But delegations from say Vibrant Gujarat or from Indian Merchants Chamber or from CII or FICCI,
Right.
they come here regularly, we host them and things happen.
Right.
Because the importance today is now on the audio, video, film productions,
Right.
which is going to develop in a very big way between Canada and India.
Right. So, as you have said, that one sector where there's a lot of scope is this audio video sector. But
That's right.
what about other sectors? Where does Canada stand better, and what kind of goods are going from Canada to India, and what is coming from India to Canada?
The goods going from Canada to India are more than the goods coming from India to Canada.
Right.
The grain which goes in the agricultural side, the produce side,
Right.
is so huge and so big. And the dal roti which we are eating in India is actually from Canada, I think, most of it. Yeah.
Right.
It's very funny, but that's how it is.
Right.
You know, and that sector is just booming, it will keep on booming.
Right.
And maybe the government could help our Indian government in the preservation and distribution of food, etc. In India, a lot of the agricultural produce is wasted, a lot of it. So if things could be done to, preserve that food, warehouse it properly, store it, refrigerate it, I think India should be very strong in that sector. India depends on agriculture for its economy.
Right.
That's the biggest sector, the most important sector. Education is playing a big role between India and Canada. You see so many collaborations, exchange of students, faculty members.
Right.
It's happening in a big way. Where BC is concerned, the income earned from education is number 2 in their whole economic setup. So the importance is huge for BC also.
Wonderful. And finally, Mr. Savkoor, if you could tell us what are your future plans of the council, what all are you doing, and how, if anybody wants to have some more information, where they can get this information?
Our council is based in Vancouver. From the 1st of January, we'll have a new board, governing board with a new president, because it's an annual term, president's term, and we are bringing in a lot of young blood and experienced people, people with knowledge of various sectors, who have been with the federal government, who are also in the legal business, who are in private business, and members of our diplomatic corps, the Indian diplomatic corps, which is the Consul General and his team of trade commissioners. Also, we interact a lot with the trade commissioners of Canada. And I must say that the trade commissioners of Canada are absolutely first class A1 people, ready to help India, ready to help the cause, ready to develop the trade between our two countries.
Right. And any information if they want to get any phone number or website?
Yes, they can always contact us. We have a website which is www.canada-indiabusiness.com.
Okay. And phone?
And phone is 604-728-0971.
Sir, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you and best wishes for this initiative, what you are taking to promote relationships between Canada and India. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much too for inviting me.
Thank you. ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਸਵਕੂਰ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਬਿਹਤਰੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਡੈਲੀਗੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਮਦਦ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਜਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ ਉੱਤੇ ਫੋਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਉਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਬੋਟਲਨੈਕਸ ਨੇ, ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਪਏਗੀ, ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।